Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm here in The Sims 2 doing something a bit different. I'm actually here with you. I'm not voice recording a screen recording that's been sped up, so this isn't going to be exactly like a speed build. Because I thought that could be fun, you know? I always feel a bit like I'm panicking when I'm trying to screen record. What am I saying? I don't even know if I can do this. I'm really struggling to like speak and build at the same time. Right, let me just get into it. So I'm going to build today a block of flats. We're going back to our roots. And what we're building is a famous building in Croydon. Now, if you don't know what Croydon is, it's a place in South London. And it has a very famous building, which is, I think it gets a few different nicknames. It gets called like the 50p building and like the Octagon, because I'll put a picture on the screen now so you can see. And yeah, as you can see, it sort of looks like a load of 50p's stacked on top of each other, because it's got this sort of octagonal shape. I think 50p's are octagonal. At least it has that kind of vibe to me. So anyway, it's a bit of a funky style architecturally, so hopefully I can pull it off. It seems quite challenging. I'm already sort of having a bit of a meltdown thinking about how I'm going to do this. But let's start. So I think I've tried to make it centered on the lot. Okay, so let's try that as the floor, as the ground floor. Oh my god, this is really hard. What is this going to look like? One second. I'm going to get this, okay? I'm going to figure this out. But we are getting somewhere. We are. Okay, this is what it's like trying to build symmetrical buildings. I'm going to keep these margins actually, because I think they're quite helpful. Okay. Is that lined up? No. Ah! They do line up. What am I doing? Okay. Everything lines up. Okay, wonderful. That might be right. I mean, it might not be. Lovely. I don't think then there are going to be balconies. I thought there might be balconies on this, but I guess there aren't. You know, in The Sims 4, you can like copy and paste a floor. That would be a game changer at this point. Is this going to look right? I think it could look cool when we get there. Okay, let's just keep going, and if we don't like it, we can start again. Also, how many stories should I do? Obviously, the real building's quite tall, but it would get crazy if I tried to do too many. Actually, speaking of, I need to do this. Set highest allowed level, let's say 15. Okay, this is it. What do we think? I think that's right. I think that looks right. It's got that sort of stacked effect on it. Obviously, it'll be made to look better with other bits and bobs. Okay, hang on. I'm going to look at the building and remind myself what I'm actually trying to make here, because right now I'm doing it from memory, which is quite stupid. Oh my god, it's got about 12 sides. Is this right? I mean, kind of it is. I think it just has to be inspired by that building rather than trying to completely replicate it, because I don't think I'd be able to do all the angles. Should we do one more floor just for good measure? I may not build on this floor because it just gets really annoying. So for this, I'm thinking, I'm kind of going back to my roots here. If you watched my first ever video, then you know the vibe. It's going to be a brutalist apartment building, because this, obviously, I'm pretty sure this is a brutalist building in real life. It's concrete, and I think it was made in that era, so I feel like I'm being true to the style. And yeah, I guess we can get probably, how many floors is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably get about 6-ish apartments in here. Okay, so I'm going to use this middle bit I made as the stairs and the elevator. Oh, that's quite far back. Maybe I'll do it here. And I'm thinking, should I try and do 2 apartments per level? These would be quite small. Maybe these squarer levels I could do 2. And these ones might need to be 1, just because otherwise it's getting really hard to like fit anything in. I mean, I guess you could do a small 1-bed or a studio. So let's think about I'm gonna do all the walls and floor on the outside, just so we can get a feel for what we're working with here. Okay, I should do this in some order rather than just random bits that I'm seeing. Okay, ground floor. This is quite tragic. I actually just, before I'd started this channel, randomly went on Twitch and just did a build, and obviously, I mean, I wasn't talking, I wasn't doing anything. I was just like streaming the screen, and I think I had about like 3 total viewers over an hour, and I just thought, well, what am I doing? Like, what's the point? So obviously, no one was watching. But now, I mean, maybe some of you guys would want to watch that if I did a stream. So let me know. I mean, I'm still getting to know what people want on this channel and like what I want from this channel, because that's as important. I'm not doing this as like, I don't know, like some charity project. I want to figure out like how it's going to be entertaining and fun for me, but obviously I don't just want to do it into an empty room. Like, you want people to obviously be watching it. Like, what's the point otherwise? But then, like, yeah, just like as I say, like, filming in this way, I kind of feel like I'm streaming right now, or like doing a live stream, but obviously no one's listening to me like as I do this. But maybe that could be fun. So yeah, comment below while you're watching me do this exciting fencing. Do you like watching streams? Is that your thing, or do you more get on YouTube and watch things kind of as I've typically been doing them? Let me know. Okay, this is actually looking really good. Okay, this actually, no, I shouldn't say that at this point. I've literally got a load of boxes stacked on top of each other, but it's looking like what I was picturing. It's got that kind of angular vibe going on, which I think is cool. But then what should I use for the wall paint? Let me look at the picture again. So it's basically just like white concrete. Maybe this? Maybe this could be nice. But I need to figure out what windows can work as well, because it looks like in the original it's quite like, it's basically glazed all the way around. Maybe these. Okay, I need to save this because I'm really scared it's gonna crash. So I'm recording this on a Friday. Woo! It's Friday. We love that. Although I was off work this week for a couple of days, so I had a pretty short week. Yeah, it was my father's birthday, so I was hanging out with him, and I saw my brother, and I saw my sister-in-law, and had a lovely time. They stayed at my flat, and yeah, dragged them around London, which we love to do. And it was good actually. When the birthday plans were made, I was a little bit like, what? Like on a Wednesday and a Thursday. But actually it meant that we could go to like different places around London and it wasn't too busy, which turned out to be a win, because if you've ever been to London, or you know what it's like in any big city, right? Like, obviously on the weekends it's just hell. So it was nice. Go away. Here we go. 2, 2 with a gap in the middle. That kind of works. Does it? No, because it's not central. Why is it not central? 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay, but no. Yeah, we could do this. I mean, maybe it still has to just be these. Yeah, that's probably going to be it, isn't it? Without doing a crazy number of windows. Bosh. Oh, bosh. Okay, it looks kind of cool. It looks a bit, I mean, if this is your thing, it's my thing. I think some people look at it and be like, what? What is that? What am I looking at? It looks like a bit like a spaceship. I guess it kind of does. Like a tall one. But the effect is there, the effect that I wanted. Okay, so let's start thinking about what some of these floor plans could be like then. So I think ground floor I'm probably going to do is like amenities, maybe something like, I don't know, a gym. So you'll go up onto this floor, and I think at least at this level, I'm going to do 2 apartments per floor, and then maybe at the top I'll do like a bigger penthousey style one, which again probably isn't that realistic to have like a penthouse, but but then how does this work? Because the lift comes out here. Unless from the first floor up we put the little foyer this way, would that work? Yeah, it would. So you come in on this level, and then from the top we just slot it in the middle. That might be better, because then we're not wasting windows and things just having this massive entryway for no reason. I just need to double check if that will work for the stairs actually. So we'll put some spiral stairs in here, and they need to be like this. I think they can still get to them. Okay, hopefully they can. If not, they can just get the... I mean, they've got a lift. It's fine. I just think, for realism reasons, it's good to put in a staircase as well. And I think probably this lift, just in black. I love that. But no, it's going to be this. Okay, so we can have, for example, the apartment doors can go here. And I always just use this white one. Maybe they have to go like here and here. And then wait, let's put the lift there just to see how much room we're going to have. Okay, it's fine. And then when you get into these two apartments, they're going to be probably one bedrooms about what we can get away with. Yeah, okay, so that could be a bedroom. And I always do this just to test the size of the bed. Like it's going to be 2 by 3. So yeah, there's plenty of room in here. And a 3 by 2 bathroom goes here. Then it's a little bit zigzaggy. I don't like this if possible. I mean, maybe we could even do this, honestly, like a little hallway here. Bathroom here, then it actually gets a window. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this. And then that can go kitchen goes like this. Obviously, I'm just checking where the counters will go in that shape. Okay, not a bad flat to be honest. One bed, and then we have to mirror that then on this side. So bosh, bosh, and then there. And the bathroom's bigger in this version as well than the previous one. Cool, I like it. But we always said this one was going to be the better shape out of the two. Because this demon is the troublemaker. These are really weird shaped. It's this massive wall here that's diagonal with the 3 long windows. Like, how's that going to go? Well, let's try and do something similar to what we did and see how it works. So these were here and here. And then some kind of hallway, which again, this may not be the best way to do this. No, it's probably not. Maybe it has to be more like this. 3 by 2, 3 by 2. Bathroom, it goes like this. And then I'm probably going to cut that corner off. See, in real life, you might do like this. Which I guess makes it slightly like less... You don't end up with this like... What's the... I'm really bad at maths. Like an acute angle. We don't end up with an acute angle here. We get a kind of obtuse angle. Is that right? Am I speaking sense? Unless I do that. And then that could be a shower. Okay, wait. I'm going back to the drawing board. But we're going to do this. 3 by 2. 3 by 3 bathroom. I'm just thinking if I could put a wardrobe in, a built-in wardrobe, but if it's strange to have it facing this wall, or would it? Let's have a look. It's not so bad. Where's anything gonna go in this higgledy-piggledy diagonal apartment? Okay, I'm gonna figure out the floor plan of this one because we've got this one nailed. How nice and neat is that? And then up here is just chaos. We're gonna figure out this floor, and then I'm gonna come back to you. Okay, I've mirrored it. I think it does work, and I've put in some doors. I think given that you've got 4 points of entry in this little room, it does need to be that big, otherwise it'd be doors slamming doors. But I'm going to steal this bit of space from the hallway, because I think then we get these slightly... We don't have another little notch here, which is going to be... You know, the more that we can save the weird angles of this build, the better. So I'm going to do that on this floor. And actually, does this one even need it? Do you know what? Actually, I think that's fine. I think that works. I think if I start moving this around... Yeah. Okay, I think it was fine. Let's just stick with what we did. And then this is this. This is the second arrangement. Which at least this way now I've got a clear, big... right angle here with a massive archway in the middle, which maybe I'll change that for this floor, but whatever. So that's this second one with the awkward shape, and that's the slightly less awkward shape downstairs. Ground floor, gonna figure it out. Don't know what's going on there at the moment, but yeah, figure that out. And then what have we got? So we've got one more of those, one more of the awkward one, and then maybe this top floor, which is nice and lovely shaped, not weird, could be a cool sort of like 2 or 3 bedroom, like the penthouse. And then in total I'm building... Please don't crash. Okay, here we go. I was going to say I've just figured that out. The floor plans. I don't think I could do that again. Let me save now. I never regret saving. I was tempted then to just bail on this and go and watch the last episode of Severance, which comes out today. It's out, so oh my god, I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but probably I'll have watched it by then. Yeah, I am obsessed with Severance. Have been since it came out. But yeah, it meant we had to wait a long time for that, for the second season. But it finally came out, and here we are on the last episode already, so kind of emosh that it's coming to an end, but I've got so many questions, like, hopefully we're going to get answers and it's not just left on a complete cliffhanger. Okay, maybe I'll do the top 2 floors as double apartments, because then we've got 2 apartments, 4 apartments, 6 apartments, 7, 8 apartments, and that's probably enough. And I did say I might not even build on this top floor, but, you know, it's the right shape. We like this shape. Why not? It's not too tall. But if you can see, I don't know if it's obvious, but the camera gets a bit weird at this angle, like when you go to spin, you get thrown off around here. Okay, now we've got 2 new floor plans to play with, because this is a whole different situation, because we've got the entire floor. I think probably a lot of them will need to be like open rooms that open onto each other, and this is the annoying floor plan. So let's just start by putting like a bathroom here, for example. But then what's going on with this little bit? Okay, what if you did like this? And we have, let's imagine there's a bedroom on either one of these corners. Oh, it's such an annoying and weird floor plan. Why have I done this to myself? I'm going to square off these corners for a start. That will help us. You get to there. So I guess those 2 can be bedrooms. Like, this is the shape of a bed, 3 by 2. So it's not too pokey, too awkward. That can be... Well, it has to be a public room because you have to get through it to get to this room. Same for this. Okay, what we're going to do is this. And then this is going to be, I guess, like a massive bathroom. And then probably you'd want an ensuite on one of these bedrooms, to make it more of like the master bedroom. So that could go there. In fact, why don't we just turn this whole thing into like the bigger bedroom, and there could be a wardrobe there. No, wardrobe here. Just pretend that's not there. Door there. Archway there. Door there. Okay. Okay, so imagine this. You come through the front door. Here's like a little hallway. Bedroom door there. This is the little walk-in wardrobe with the wardrobe there. Main bedroom and the bathroom to this bedroom there. And I'm going to use the white archway again. We're going up just to do this. Then this is on the other side, a slightly smaller bedroom. Because I want to just give some... I don't need to just open the apartment door and you're just in this huge space. Like, I do want there to be some sense of division and order as to where you're meant to go. That might even be helpful to do that. Okay, I'm going to leave that one. I think it's getting there. I mean, even if I just ended it there, it's 2 bedrooms, one with an ensuite, whatever, bathroom there, kind of weird shaped. Some communal room here, maybe the kitchen, but maybe not. And then maybe the living room, maybe not, and then maybe the kitchen. But kitchen, living room, dining room, chill out room, whatever. There's going to be somewhere across these 3 spaces here. And then this beautiful shaped room that we don't have to stress about is hopefully going to give me less issues. But I'm feeling putting the door here. Thinking of having this whole side as like a really big bedroom. But then there's nowhere obvious really for the bed to go, unless I can't do that because of the window. Okay, that's the weirdest shaped wardrobe ever, but you would walk in, you have a wardrobe here, I could put a little desk here and then some mirrors here, and we're just going to pretend that it's normal. Bathroom there. I mean, this is a massive hallway for a bedroom. And then I guess the bed can go kind of weird to have a window behind your head. I think that's bad feng shui, but also I don't know how long I've been recording right now, but I might finish this floor plan and wrap it, and then I'll come back and do the rest of it another time, which might be a bad idea because last time I did that I just never came back. I started doing that UK High Street and then I just fully bailed on it. So maybe that's not a good idea, but anyway, let me keep on with this. That's quite a big bathroom, isn't it? Yes, maybe I'll just do a little 2x3. We'll put a little door like this here for the bedroom, here for the thing. Quite a lot of doors, but whatever. Big bedroom, little kitchen can go there. It feels like there's not that much room in this flat, like compared to what I thought there was going to be. But I guess these are quite... It's not a huge building, is it? The footprint's not massive. Let's just go with that. I think that's fun. Little thing here. Okie dokie. And then that's it. That's the top floor done. So, ow, Lincoln, stop it. Sorry, my cat's being naughty. He started scratching the carpet. I'm just going to do this and start styling this a little bit, and then we'll come and have another look in a minute. And then we're just going to see what that would look like if there were cars in there. I mean, I don't think I'm going to place any because I only have the real cars, and I think it can get quite glitchy. It kind of fits. And then I'll do, what is it? Set quarter tile placement on. If you don't use this, I really recommend it. Type it in and then press Control F, and you can move it like this. I could not play this game without that, to be honest. Okay, hang on. This guy can't park, although I guess some people do park outside the lines. I can't drive, so I wouldn't know. I never learn. I'm lazy at the moment. Is that too close? No, that's well parked. Okay. Okay, well, you've seen the exterior and a little bit of the outside of this block of flats that we've been doing, this Croydon 50p building inspired apartment block. I think I'm going to leave it there, and I'll come back and do more another day. Let me know, did you like this kind of thing? Would you like to see me do more of this? Do you prefer the speed builds, actually? Let me know, it's all good. I'd love to hear from you. So drop me a comment, do like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. It may not be part 2 of this, it may be. Only time will tell. I don't know what's going to happen in future, so hopefully we see this building again. That's all I'll say. Hopefully I jump back on and continue with this. But you know, sometimes you just want to jump on and just build, and I don't necessarily want to do the full shebang, but I am feeling quite inspired by this, so let's see how we go. But once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.